60, 70, 80, 90, 100, off the ground, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Hands rotate to the middle of the thighs. Take a deep breath in as we elevate both hands at shoulder level. Reverse the process, drop the shoulders, flex the knees, make yourselves small. Left hand in the center, right hand rises up higher, opens to the ceiling as you glance. Bring it to the ear. Turn your head and neck, meet in the center as you repulse the monkey. Center the right hand, left hand rises higher. Bring it to the ear. Turn the head and neck, meet in the middle. Push the monkey away, pull him back. T stance, right hand higher, left hand to your shoulder. We're going to brush our knee, multitasking 3 things. Ear, hand, heel, turn the hips and waist, brush knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, left hand higher, right hand to your shoulder, T stance. Step out on an L, all together, to turn the hips and waist, brush knee, 2, final. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball on a T stance. We're going to part the wild horse's mane. Step out, bottom hand advances to go up the horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, center with a T and a ball. Step out on an L, turn the hips and waist, bottom hand advances to go up the horse's mane. Flip the forward hand, join it with the back hand. Cloud hands. You're in a bow step. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, 12 o'clock, a stem and a cup. Pivot on your left heel to get to the 9 o'clock. 2 things happen. Flip the hands, close the feet. 12 o'clock, stem, cup. 3 o'clock, 2 things happen. Flip the hands, open the feet. 12 o'clock, stem, cup. 9 o'clock this time, only flip the hands. 12 o'clock, stem, cup. 3 o'clock, 2 things happen. Flip the hands, close the feet. 9 o'clock, 2 things happen. Flip the hands, open the feet. 12 o'clock, stem, cup. This time at 3 o'clock, only flip the hands. At 12 o'clock, we have a stem and a cup. We shift the weight to the left. Right foot comes up, right hand comes up. Down, shift weight to the right. Left hand comes up, left foot comes up. Down, 50-50. Shift weight to the left, right hand on the outside, right foot comes up, kick out right. Down, shift weight to the right, left hand on the outside, left foot coming up, kick out left. Holding your ball on a T stance, we're going to the right to ward off. Step out on an L, forearm your opponent, turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Contact at your wrists, turn at your hips and waist, middle of the body, push the energy through. Separate and roll back and sit down. Spiral up and lunge forward. Sit back, sit down, twist step. T stance, hold your ball. Step out on an L. Bottom hand advances to ward off your opponent. Turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Look back, contact, turn again, push the energy through, separate the energy and roll back and sit down. Spiral up, lunge forward, apparently closing. Sit back, sit down, pivot. Pivot on the heel of your right foot. Pivot in with that right heel. We're trying to make ourselves come to a closure. Right hand tucks inside of the cross. This is called cross hands or embrace the tiger. Root down on your left so that you can bring your right foot in. Rotate on your wrist so that now your palms are facing your chest. Bring the tiger closer, push him closer to you, then push him away. You're at shoulder length, width apart. You're going to drop your shoulders, flex your knees, let gravity bring you back home. Lift up on your left heel, off the ground. This is called closing form. Home base, the Tai Chi posture, commencing form. Wild horse's mane. 1. 2. Half step. Spin to the right. Watch the advancing left hand go up. Set it up correctly. White crane spreads its wings. Drop the front foot, tuck the elbow in, bisect your body, swirl back, look at your left hand that's higher, all together, 2, brush your knee. 1, sit back, twist out, right hand higher, set it up, brush knee 2. Sit back, twist out, left hand high, right hand fisted, exchange places, heel out on a deflect to the right, parry coming in, advance forward, punch. Strip the guy away, roll back, sit down, push him down, spiral up, lunge forward. Pivot on the back foot, pivot on the front foot, hook the hand, shift the weight, left hand across the face, out, L stance, O stance. Half step forward, swirl the back hand, rock the front foot, play your lute on your heel. Center the front hand, right hand higher, glancing at it open. Repulse of the monkey. 1. Lead with your toe, glance at the left, up, repulse of the monkey. Final. Pivot on the heel of the front, pirouette the right toe, kick out with your right heel, reposition your hand, out with your left hand, left foot, as it goes to the forehead, maiden on her left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball, right foot ready to go, right heel, right hand, to the forehead, shuttles on her right. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist, set up the left hand, point down to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, 2 hands come up, then your foot, start in the middle, out with your right heel, flash arms like a fan. Sit back, sit down, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 things happen. 12 o'clock, 2 things happen at 9 o'clock. Lots of things happen at 3, tee and ball. Out and to the side, ward off. Turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Contact, turn again, push out. Roll back and sit down. Spiral up and lunge forward. Twist step, T stance, L stance, ward off, bow stance. Turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Look back, contact, turn again, push, separate, roll back, sit down, spiral up, lunge forward. Twist, open, in, embrace, move over, rotate, bring it up, push it in, push it out, separate, drop the shoulder, tuck the elbow, let gravity take you back home. Okay, facing the clock wall now. Good Tai Chi posture. Commencing form. Shift weight to the right, off the ground. Toe, arch heel, hands rotate, deep breath in. Push down, reverse, make yourself small. Hold your ball on a T stance, out and to the side. Part the wild horse's mane 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball, out with your heel, part the wild horse's mane 2. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin the ball to the right, rock the front foot as you advance the left hand, set it up correctly. White crane spreads its wings. Drop the front foot, tuck the elbow in, bisect the body, swirl back to set it up correctly. All together, ear, hand, heel, brush knee 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, right hand higher, all together, brush knee 2. Sit back, sit down, spin out, left hand high, right hand fisted, exchange the position, deflect to the right, bring the left hand into parry, right punches out. Strip the guy off of you, open your hands, fingers, sit down, spiral up, lunge forward. What do? Pivot on the back, pivot on the front, hook the hand, shift the weight, out L, single whip. What do we do? Swirl the back hand, rock the front foot, play your lute. What are we gonna do? We set it up for pulse of the monkey. 1, lead with the toe, and 2. Now, pivot the heel, pirouette the toe, kick out, reposition hand, out with your heel, out with your hand, maiden on her left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball, out with your right heel, right hand, pivot on the right. Half step to the back, cross the hips and waist, set up the left hand, go to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes out, up, 2 hands, then your foot, start in the middle, flash your arms like a fan. Sit back, sit down, pivot 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, cloud hands, close. 9 o'clock, open, close. T stance, hold your ball. We're going to ward off. Turn your hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Roll back, sit down. Other side. Closing, twist, open twist, in twist, embrace the tiger, up, in, out, drop shoulders, as you now close your form. Okay, good. On the toe, open, 50-50, rotate, deep breath, reverse, make yourself small. Flex your knee, hold your ball, part the wild horse's mane 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, center, out, part 2, half step, spin as you rock, advance the left as you watch, set it up correctly. White crane spreads its wings. Drop the front foot, tuck the elbow, bisect, swirl back, look back, all together, brush knee 1. Sit back, twist out, set it up, all together, brush knee 2. Sit back, as if you're going to do a brush knee, left hand high, right hand fisted low, exchange the places, deflect to the right with the right heel and right hand, parry, and then advance forward punch. Strip the guy off of you, open your fingers, roll back and sit down. Spiral up and lunge forward. Pivot on the back, pivot on the front, hook, out into the side L, single whip. Half step forward, swirl the back hand, rock the front foot, so weight on the back, play your lute. Center the left hand, right hand higher, glance, all together. Up, toe, heel, pivot, meet, repulse of the monkey. Center, lead with the toe, up, ear, toe, heel, meet, slide. Pivot the front, pirouette the back, spin out right, left foot, left hand up, maiden on her left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball, right heel out, right hand to the forehead, maiden on her right. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist, set it up, down to the bottom of the seat. One hand, two hands, send your foot, start in the middle, out, stretch the right knee, flash arms. Sit back, sit down, pivot, 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock, two things happen. 9 o'clock, two things happen. T-ball, ward off. Roll back. Twist. T, L, ward off. Cross the bird's tail. Embrace the tiger. Drop the shoulders, tuck the elbows, flex the knees as we close our forearm. Okay, so there's still that area, okay, but we have a nice closure, something very familiar. So who said that Yang 16 would be easy, right? You knew that you were going to move in from the 10 form to the 16. So we have to do some practicing, okay? Let's take it from maiden, okay? Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate, okay? And I'll take it from my home base, which is where I usually start you folks, okay? So sit back, sit down, pivot, pirouette, kick out, right, kick out, left, sit back, sit down, pivot in, top matches the bottom or vice versa. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist, down to the bottom of the seat. One hand, two hands. This is centralizing your energy, stabilizing for better balance. Okay, so not sure what I said, whether we were going to do needle to the bottom C or maiden works or shuttle. But I want to think about maiden works or shuttle, okay? I want to address that. When maiden works her shuttle, how is she? Okay. So when the maiden works her shuttle, she is, left foot is insubstantial, left hand is on the bottom because that's the advancing hand, the bottom hand. So this is how you set it up. When you come out with your heel, the left hand or bottom hand advances so that the left matches, the top of your body matches the bottom of the body, and then she shuttles this way. Okay, so one thing to know is that you set it up correctly, left, left, left on the bottom, left insubstantial. When you are ready, you are firm down, you have energy, and you come out this way, so the top and the bottom match. You stay there and use your core to bring it up. But once it gets there, you turn your hips and waist and you put it there. Same with the next one. Instead of pivoting out, which we're accustomed to, we're right here on a bow stance. We sit back, we pivot in. Right hand, right foot ready to go. Right heel out, right hand starts to spin the ball to the forehead, turn the hips and waist right there. There's hardly any movement of the hands, because once you set it up, the spinning or the turning or rotation of the hips and waist gets you where you want to be. Okay, that was the front version, okay? So here I am, out, turn here, sit back, instep, ball, heel, hand, turn, rotate, then turn the hips and waist. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist. We want to go to a straightaway, so this guy eventually turns this way. I set it up, my weight is on the back. I lift off the ground, I go down to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, one hand comes up, two hands come up to make me more stable. Then my foot comes up because I want that good balance. Sit back, twist step. Okay? All right. I don't know how to teach it. I keep on doing it, but thinking that you'll get it. All right. Let's do from maiden works her shuttle on her, going to her left, okay? So right hand on the top, left foot ready to go, left hand on the bottom. Step out, start to rotate. As the hand goes to the forehead, turn the hips and waist, and the maiden puts her shuttlecock right there. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball. Right heel out, right hand starts to spin or rotate the ball. Set it up and turn the hips and waist. The shuttlecock goes right there. Good, this is where I want to be. We take a half step with our left foot while our left hand sets it up, and we go down to the bottom of the seat by lifting that right toed foot. One hand comes up, two hands come up, then your foot, start in the middle, flash your arms like a fan. All right, let's keep on repeating that, okay? Right on the top, left on the bottom, we're going to shuttle on our left. Weighted on our right or back foot. Out with our heel, rotate that ball, set it up, turn hips and waist, flatten down, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, T stance, hold your ball sort of. Right heel out, right hand rotates. As it goes to the forehead, turn hips and waist, bow stance. We're going to take our left foot and go to the back. But at the same time, our hands will direct us to the bulletin board wall. We're in a zigzag and we're going to go to a straightaway. Half step to the back, right hand comes to the hip, left hand this way. Weight on the left foot to allow the right toe to come down, up and then come down, needle to the bottom. One hand comes up, that's your left, then join it with the right, then the right foot, stretch out the knee, straight away, flash arms like a fan. Okay? Okay, your turn to rest. Okay? See if you can pick up something new. Okay. Shuttle to the left, but veer to the right, okay? Maiden works her shuttle on her left. Out with your left heel, start to rotate. As it goes to the forehead, turn the hips and waist, put the shuttlecock to the left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in. Right heel out, right hand starts to spin to the forehead, turn the hips and waist, put the shuttlecock right there. What are we going to do? Half step to the back with our left foot. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist with the right. What are we going to do? Lift up the right to go down with the left. Up one hand, up two hands, up the foot. Stretch out, flash arms, like a fan. Let's go on. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, 12 o'clock. 9 o'clock? 12 o'clock? 3 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock? 3 o'clock? Not so bad, tea and a ball, and then ward off. Okay, when we turn and we do our grasping of the bird's tail, show me your best form. Now. Okay, good. Good Tai Chi posture, dropping the shoulders, commencing form, open. Repulsive monkey. Knee. Part the wild horse's mane. tiger or cross hands. Close your form. As we now close our form. Hey, good job. See you next time. Shift weight, commencing form. Pulse of monkey. Brush knee. Like the wild horse's mane. Cloud hands. Golden cockerel. Kick out. Grasp the bird's tail. Embrace the tiger or cross hands. Closing form. Okay, so what I intended to do today was to put on the traditional Tai Chi 24 music and learn to do our 24 movements to the music in time and rhythm. So with the music now, you're probably all familiar with it, but the music gives us cues as to what to do or where to start a movement. So that's what I want to help you with, okay? So this is your intro. Good Tai Chi posture. And you'll hear a high note, and we'll start. Actually, right here, shift weight, open. Deep breath. Reverse. Ball. Got the wild horse's mane 1. 2, and 3, half step, spin, white crane, pause, bisect, swirl back, brush knee one, sit back, and two, and three, half step, rock, set it up correctly. Repulse the monkey. Up, two, three, and modify four, out, ward off. Other side. Roll back. Single whip. Cloud hands. Two and three and hold T, half step, high pad on the horse, step out, kick out right, and double punch. Pivot left, up, and out. Serpent. Golden cockerel. Out. Golden cockerel, maiden, sit back, out, maiden, on her left, set it up, needle, flash arms, deflect, carry, roll back, apparently closing, cross hands, drop the shoulders, as we now close your form. difficult as it is, just stay in that position until the music finally ends. And then you can, more than likely you're in that same home position, but we can take a step just to kind of loosen up. I'm not sure if this is it's repeating. Okay, let's do it again. Getting ready. I would shift weight. Open. Rotate. This is where you want to open with your hands going up and reverse. T. Out. Part the wild horse's mane. 1. Sit back. And 2. Sit back, and 3, half step, spin, look, rock, set it up, white crane, now drop, swirl back, and brush knee 1. And 2, 3, half step, rock front, play your lute. Now open, repulse 1, draw back, and 2, and 3, 4, modify, draw back, form your ball, and out. Grasp the bird's tail. Push the energy through. Twist, T, ward off. Turn hips and waist. Twist, T, hook, out L, single whip. Sit back, twist, out hands, two, three, T, hook, L, single whip, half step, sit back, high pat on the horse, step out, left, kick out right, down, double punch. Retract, twist, left, and out, and in, split, down, up golden cockerel, toe spin, split, down, veer out, adjust the back, up, out, out, turn hips and waist, shuttle, right, out, out, spin, shuttle, left. Half step, cross the hips and waist. Flash arms. Sit back, pivot, deflect, carry, punch, strip, roll back, sit down, twist, open, in, embrace, drop the shoulders, tuck the elbows. So at this point, you don't have to don't get out of Tai Chi posture, okay, until the final, and even after the end note, you don't have, there's no reason to get out of Tai Chi posture. This is the posture that's the best. Okay, so then you can then move into the, so I just curious, how many of you came home in that area? Yeah, did anybody not come into the near surrounding of where you started? It's sort of, anybody? No? So it's not wrong that you don't come back into the exact same spot if you were to put a chalk piece, a marker over there and you don't come back. There's nothing wrong. But it is something wrong if the marker is here and you come way over here. That's